farm, anyone?
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Philippines, or more specifically Manila. After 2 months in this wonderful country, we've finally come full circle. We're back in Manila, having gone to Cebu, Bohol, Camigan, Davao, Coron, El Nido, and everywhere in between. So we're just going to make this quick video, as we always do, talking about our experience in the Philippines and whether it's a safe country to travel. So without further ado, let's commence. Let's commence. So general safety and the people of the Philippines, there's no two ways about it. I think the people in the Philippines are the nicest, happiest people I've ever met in any country on earth. And we've been to a lot of countries, they're just
so friendly.
They're just so friendly, so amazing, so happy. I haven't felt in danger once in 2 months here. I've been out on my own, I've been out at night, I've been in supposedly dodgy places. Not a single bad thing has happened once.
It hasn't really felt like it is going to happen either.
No,
Eddie dropped his phone the other day. Do you remember?
Oh my god, yeah, well, I completely forgot about that. So the first week we were here, I dropped my phone. I went into a bus stop, I think it was in Cebu, and someone came running in after me like, "You've dropped your phone, you need this, you need this, you need this." I was like, oh my god, like, thank you so much. In London, someone's taking that and they're selling it within literally 2 hours. There's also no scammers here at all. Everyone is fair, gives you a fair price of everything, super nice. All the tourist destinations, it's like you go there and you have to haggle, or it's usually just one set price, you just pay, that's it, everyone pays the same thing. It's just so relaxed, so nice, and yeah, in general it's an incredibly safe and wonderful place to come.
I felt very safe.
The people are incredible, so hats off to you Filipino people. Thank you for showing us a great time in your country. So the next thing I want to talk about is transport. So getting out around the Philippines is
quite hard.
I was going to say, yeah, it's safe, but it's difficult because obviously there's so many islands, quite big distances. In Manila's probably about the only place you can rent a car to get around. Otherwise, you're looking at ferries or domestic flights. Now, between the big islands, ferries are good, perfect, wonderful. They run to schedule, big boats, not rough. The smaller islands, and we experienced this coming from Bohol to Camigan, the ferries can be quite small, and if the weather's bad, you're basically in for a rough time. So if you've got the money, honestly, I'd maybe just fly. It's
just so quick. It takes literally like an hour max, and it's just
it's so chill. But make sure to book in advance, because with ferries and flights, especially again when you're not in the tourist area, because some ferries only run twice a week. Flights are obviously firstly cheaper if you book them earlier, and secondly,
also they do sell out. Exactly,
they sell out. When you're on an island, the easiest way to get around is a scooter, motorbike. That's just simple. When you're on a nice island by the sea, the roads are chilled outside the cities. I wouldn't recommend driving a scooter around Manila or Davao, but on the islands you'll have a great time on a bike. And if you're not comfortable on a bike, that's all good as well.
Tricycles.
You can get a tricycle / tuk-tuk. You can even try and get the bus. I wouldn't recommend that because they're quite unreliable.
I haven't really seen many buses.
You were travelling on your own for a bit when you went to LA, weren't you? Was that alright, travelling on your own as a woman on the transport?
Absolutely fine.
Absolutely fine.
Didn't bat an eyelid.
Didn't bat an eyelid.
Well, there's Prada, Ed.
Yeah, so we'll end this segment there, so I can ward Tilly away from this shop. And yeah, that concludes transport. Now I've got a fresh trim, it's time to move on to the third and final section of our video, which is it safe to go out at night in the Philippines? And for the most part, the answer is definitely yes, especially in the touristy islands, touristy places. It's super chill, everyone's out at night, there's a lot of drinking, a lot of nightlife. That's why a lot of people come to the Philippines, and for the most part it's very, very safe. There will obviously be a few incidences where it's not safe. We've been completely fine every time we've gone out at night, but we've heard stories, especially in Manila, especially in Cebu City, things can get a bit dodgy, like anywhere in the world at night, But that shouldn't stop you from going out at night. That definitely shouldn't stop you from coming to the Philippines. And yeah, if you just trust your instincts, you know, don't go any dodgy areas, stay in the main kind of bar, you know, zones. Most of these islands have a kind of central strip where everything is. Or if you're in the city, same kind of thing. And you know, I'm walking around Manila at night right now, holding a camera out, and it feels perfectly safe. So yeah, for the most part, it's very safe at night in the Philippines. Just as you're in your own country, just trust your instincts and you'll be absolutely fine. As you've probably already gathered, the conclusion of this video is that the Philippines is a very, very safe place to travel. The people, I've said this throughout our previous videos, and also if you want a real representation of what it's like here, I highly recommend you go back and watch them if you haven't already. The people are some of the nicest, most welcoming, happiest people I've ever met in my whole life. Honestly, can't recommend this country enough. Super cheap as well. And if you are going to come, as always, we recommend getting a local SIM, just directions, data. It's so cheap. I mean, even if for 2 months, I think I've spent no less than $5 on data, and like we're using a hotspot every day, uploading, streaming football. So yeah, definitely do that. And yeah, have a great time in the Philippines.